So standard controller is nothing but not only the Salesforce object, we can take custom object as well. Basically, it is an object we are going to refer it, right? Now let's go ahead and see more examples here. Let me take the account. Otherwise, I'll create a new Visualforce page. File, new Visualforce page. Let's say that account details. When are we creating? We are creating on 0308. 0308 account details via page. New Visualforce page via underscore 0308 underscore account details. Okay. Now, as soon as I create it, by default, it will come with Apex page and closing the Apex page. So let's go ahead and use the sidebar equal to false.
Ma'am, in this page only it is showing unexpected token a bracket has. So what actually
Maybe
that?
you are greater than, less than, or this slash or colon.
No, but this page only. Whenever I open this, while I started is okay. But if I page like Apex page something like that, then also it's showing unexpected error.
Can you close that and create a new Visualforce page? And see, there might be somewhere something will be there, but create a new Visualforce page. Okay, so this is the Apex page, sidebar equal to false. That means we do not want to show the sidebar. Show header equal to false. That means we do not want to show the header. Now let's go ahead and use the standard controller. Let's use the account. Now what I am planning to do here is basically I have an account object here in the Salesforce. I have an account object in the Salesforce, right? Inside the account object, there are multiple records. There are multiple records are there. Account 1, account 2, account 3, account 4. So many records are there within the account. Now, I wanted to implement a Visualforce page. Okay, I wanted to implement a Visualforce page to show in the general information I wanted to show the account name, account phone, account fax, account industry, account rating. That's all. These all fields I wanted to display on the Visualforce page. Get it from here. Get it from in the account object, get all the fields. Phone, name, fax, whatever the industry, everything get it. And show the values of industry. Show the values of all the name, phone, fax, industry. So that's what I'm planning to implement it. So what I'm doing it right now, I'm using the standard controller equal to account. Now inside this page, let me use the Apex colon PageBlock Inside this page block, let's add the title equal to general information. Title equal to general information. Title equal to general information. Inside this, let's go ahead and add the apex colon page block section. Okay. Now inside this, I'll add the title equal to, let's give here registration information.
Ma'am, I have forwarded you the error.
Yeah, we'll see that once the class is over, we will see. Okay, registration information. Inside that, we have a page block section, general information. And now here one more command that we are going to learn today is output field. Output field. Apex colon output field. What is the output field here? Output field is basically, how do I comment it? Output is basically to display an existing field data in read-only mode. I cannot edit that. In order to display the data in read-only mode, I can use the apex colon output field. Now inside this output field, we have so many attributes: ID, label, language, rendered, style, style class, title, value. For now, we are interested in only value because I wanted to show the value of this account. I wanted to show the value of this record. How can I get the field of the account? For example, I have a name inside the account. So in order to get the name from the account, I have to use Account.Name. Account.Name. Name is the API field name. API name, field API name. But if I give just Account.Name, will it able to get and bind the information to the Visualforce page? No, it will not. You have to add curly braces, exclamation, and close this. When you have this, then only it is going to get and give the information to the Visualforce page. That means binding the information, whatever we got it, and show it on the Visualforce page. Curly braces, exclamation, Account.Name. Right, so what all information I need? I need phone. I need phone, Account.Phone. And we need facts. Then we need, let's take an industry.
So this will provide all the names, all the names, record names which is there in the account object.
It's not a record name.
Yeah, but all the name.
Field names. These are the field names.
Okay.
So let's go to the object. Account, field and relationship. Now here we have a field name. We are not taking the label here. Never ever take the label names. Always refer the field names. Name we have taken. and then I have taken the industry, and I have taken the facts, right? And I have taken the
phone
number and rating. So
It's
now,
a case sensitive, right? Like it has to match with the.
yes, it is a case sensitive. In case if you give rating here is capital RATING, but if you give all small letters, it doesn't work. I'll show you that. Okay. So this is the all the information that I got it. Now let's go ahead and review what will happen. Nothing, no data came. Why no data came? Because you said developer said that implement a Visualforce page on the account, take these fields. Till that point is fine. But if I go to the account, if I go to the account, there are some thousands of records are there. Which record do I need to take it? Which record value are you asking me to show here? That Visualforce page will not know, because nowhere we have not mentioned anywhere 18-digit Salesforce ID. I have just mentioned the account, account.name, account.phone, account.fax, account.industry rating. These are field names. This is not specific to the record. But it is confused. So, okay, fine. Whatever I have the information, I'm showing it. But this is what we do not want. We want a record information, a specific record information. So let's go to the one tech. Let's see details. Do I have a phone number, fax, rating is not there. Let's go ahead and update the rating. Save. And what else we need? Industry. That's all. So now I'll copy this 18-digit ID. I'll copy this 18-digit ID. Now what I'll do is, after my Visualforce page, after name of the Visualforce page, I cannot maximize it. Okay, I cannot maximize. Hope this is clear for you. Okay, so after my Visualforce page, this is my Visualforce page, right? Before the question mark, that is my Visualforce page. So what I'll do is, I'll take this ID. After the question mark, wherever it is starting the core.apex pages, I'll take out this. I'll take out after the question mark, whatever it is there. So what I'll do is ID equal to 18-digit ID. Now I'll go ahead and copy this and open here. Now what happened? We got the output. We got the output of account name, one tech, fax number, 9, whatever the 999, rating hot, phone number, industry. Phone number, industry. So what we did, we copied this ID. Okay, we copied this ID. After the question mark, I took out everything. ID equal to this 18-digit ID. It will refresh and show the information. Whatever the ID I have passed it, it went to that account and got the information from the database, and it is showing the information here. Right? So now what I'll do, I'll go ahead and I'll change this. Let's see what will happen. It's stuck. Okay. Rating. I'll give small letters. Okay, let's save. Let's see what will happen. Save. Okay, it's saved. Let's click on the preview. Let me open my developer console. Okay, so the one which we have written today is something which is 0308. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, now let's go ahead and preview. Now let me pass the ID. ID equal to 18-digit ID. And what happened? Rating it is showing. Sometimes it doesn't show. It's working. Last class it didn't work for me, but right now I see it is working. But this is not the one. I'm opening the preview from the developer console. Okay, now ID equal to, okay, it's reloading. Okay, so it is working here, but last time it didn't work for me. So I don't know that. So in case if you wanted to clear the logs, you can go to the debug, clear, select this clear the log panel. So it will clear the log panel. So right now we are seeing that in two columns. Like here we have some information, account name, fax, rating, phone, industry, right? But I want everything to be in one column. If I want everything to be one column, then it has to be column equal to 1. Let's refresh. So everything it came in one column. Now let's add the ID.
Ma'am, why then it in the earlier case when we do not put, why it automatically show in 3 columns only, in 2 columns only?
Yeah, that is a default. Default, it shows the 2 columns. And this case sensitive works in the Visualforce page, but Lightning, it doesn't work. Now I remember. So Lightning, when we implement a forms, if I give smaller letter in Lightning Aura or LWC, it did not work. but always better to use whatever the API name is there. So better to use that.
So I have one question, like, so now we are rendering manually by providing the ID. So to see the record details, but like, is there any way, like, where from the code base itself, like, we bind the ID?
Yes,
So
you can
because that's
implement the JavaScript. Okay. So what we can do is on clicking of some JavaScript URL, you can implement. So on the JavaScript, you can add this page. After that, concatenate the ID equal to account.id. So we can do that. It is possible.
okay. Why? Because this is a manual, right? Like, so if you want to render automatically, so we have to implement JavaScript program. Oh.
Yeah. So using the JavaScript, we can do that.
And also the label names looks like it's coming from the object label names, right?
Yes, because we are using the standard controller.
Yeah, so we can't change that one, override that one kind of thing. The label names, not the values.
We'll
we
see
can
that.
do that. Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Label is there. Okay.
So in case if we want to go with the column 3 options, we can go. It will display in 3 different columns. See, 3 different columns. Okay, so by default, it will be displayed 2 columns. Now inside this account, one tag, let's go to the related. So in the related list, do I have any cases or no, there is no cases? Let's go ahead and create one case.
I have one doubt, ma'am.
Yeah.
In the columns, so I want 3 things to be on one first column and on the second column, just only one field. Is it
We
possible
can
to
divide
do
that.
that?
Yeah, we can divide that.
Okay.
Which is called as a grid. Page
Good.
grid.
Okay.
So
Okay.
we can do that. So we'll see that. So next thing is that how to display the related list on the account. Right now we are displaying the account information here. Now let's see how to display the whatever the ID I pass it here. On that ID, how can I display related list of cases for this particular account? So let me take another section, apex colon, PageBlock section. So this is title. Related information. Okay. So here is another new command that we are going to learn. In order to display the related list for the standard controller. Okay, so use apex colon related list. Apex colon related list is the one which is used to display the related list as it's there in the Salesforce. So it has a different attributes: ID, list, page size, rendered, subject, title. Right now we are interested, we do not want an ID. ID is passed at the top account level. We have to use the list. We do not want a page size right now. We do not want to render. No subject, no title. So right now we are focusing on only list. What is the list that I wanted to show? Cases I wanted to show. Cases information I wanted to show. Now let's go back. So it is refreshing it. Related information, nothing is there because related information, we did not take the output field, nothing is there. Just we have taken apex colon related list. So that means whatever is there in the exact format, the case like this, just take this box out, give it to me in the Visualforce page. So that's what we are telling here. So what I'll do is ID equal to that account ID. So it just took the box exactly the same as whatever we have seen. But we are seeing here lightning, here it is classic. Let me switch to the classic. One tick. Let's go down. So this is exactly what it did. This complete box, it took whatever the format it has here. Same way it took and it is displaying. I have to restart my system. Okay. So same format. Case, icon is also same. New case, action, case, contact name, subject, priority, date time, open status, owner. This will not come. Case help will not come. Whatever this box is there, entirely same thing it took and it applied here. Just a second, let me run something on my system. And one more thing, if you observe, account icon is this blue color or something is there, and you have a related list in the same color, right? But when it comes to the page editor, account is showing the same color, but when it comes to the related information, it took the case styling. So let's go to the account and let's see.
You need to close the and restart the system.
Yeah, I have to restart the system. It's been a while. So let's go to the case.
Yesterday, you showed to enable the debug mode in the advanced user settings, right?
Mhm.
I did that, but the system displayed the processing will be slow due to that. So I disabled that.
Let me disable it. I do not need it right now. Because backend it will capture everything, whether needed, not needed, everything it will capture. Advanced user details, where is it? Let's edit. So first of all, I wanted to take the view state. Let's save. Now let's go to the account, one tag, and then the related list case. Let's open the case. Now case is this color. So that's the reason it is displaying it took the style automatically, right? Now let me go to the developer console. Let me use related list to show the opportunities. So opportunities. You have to mention the list name, plural label. So while creating the object, you have to, let me take you there. So for example, right now we are here. Let's go to the new object. Let's see here. Object, create object. And when you click on a new custom object, there is a plural label. One is a label and plural label will also have. This is if you are giving a label as an account, plural label is accounts. So that's the reason we are giving here plural label. It should be always cases, opportunities, accounts, contacts. Okay. Now this will come side by side. I know. So let's go ahead and give the ID. So it is side by side. So what are the opportunity screen is there? It's showing the same thing. Okay, but in case if you wanted to print down, put a break there. Put a break there, or else you can add a column. Columns equal to 1. That's it. Columns equal to 1. Now ID equal to account ID. So this is the case details and this is the opportunity details. And then that's how we will bring the related list. So what is the related list? What is the related list? Apex colon related list. What is the related list?
All
What
the
is-
like the related objects for that account.
Okay. In case if I'm taking the lead here, what will happen?
It will not show any data because it doesn't have any related.
If I take a contact,
The related contact cases to that particular contact record and opportunities related to the particular contact.
right. Now I can refer directly standard controller Account.Name. This is one way. Okay. In another way is where I can give a name to this. So let's see that. So what I mean is we have a something new command called PageBlockTable. We have a new command which is a PageBlockTable. PageBlockTable is nothing but to display the data in Apex page in formatted way. So what I mean is, let's go ahead and create another section here. Apex colon page block section. So in this section, I'll add Apex colon page block table. Page block table. What is the table here? Table is nothing but
Combination of rows and columns.
yes, to display a table. To display a table in Apex page in the formatted way. In the formatted way. Now inside this Apex page table, page block table, there are different attributes we have. We have a different attributes. So one of the attribute is value equal to. What I can do is, for example, I wanted to display contact information. That means account for this account, what are the contacts are there? Those contact details I wanted to show. So exclamation account dot contacts. And for this, I can give a name var equal to AC. This is my, think as it is a nickname. Within the account, what are the contacts are there? For those contacts, I wanted to print the first name, last name, email, and mobile number. Now, how can I print that? In the columns. I'm not going to print it in the disabled mode, read-only mode. If you do not have a table and if you wanted to print in the read-only mode, use the output field. But right now we are in the page block table. So inside the page block, we will be having a apex colon columns, apex colon column. So here we will give value equal to what ideally should happen, account dot contacts dot first name. Right, this is what it should happen. But what I can do is, instead of this, I can use AC dot.
So do we need to mention double quotes in the values?
Yes, I have to mention there is something wrong here. Oh, right.
Yeah, double quotes, I think we need, right? Yeah.
Yeah. So value always has to be in the double quotes. Okay, no, perfect. Okay. Now first name, and then we have a last name. API fields, these are last name. And then we have to use email. That should be fine. Let's save this. Now let's give the section name title equal to contact details. Contact details, let's keep the column equal to 1. Let's save. Let's go to the Visualforce page.
First name actually is first is spelling, so it will not take maybe.
Spelling mistake?
Yeah.
First. So this is ideally how it will display the table, because I have a table here. So it is giving me some styles here. There is no data inside the table. That's the reason table is blank. Now let's keep the ID equal to 18 digit. No contacts. I do not have any contacts per account. One tick. Let's go ahead and create one. First name, Pete. Last name, Marin. And what else I need? Email address, Pete.Marin@.com. So let's save. And now let's go back to the page editor. Now let's refresh. Right, it is showing me the data. Like how much ever the data are there. Could be more than one contact could be there. So it will be printing the each contact in the table format. Clear so far?
Well, this means actually, can we get multiple ID data for account at one time? Like
Multiple ID data. Can you repeat that?
Means multiple, we are using one ID here. So can we get like record what are the account name for 2 IDs at a single?
Multiple ID, you are talking about single account object or one
Yes,
ID this or
single.
one ID contact?
No, like in account there are this 3, like one tech, then Smita, and then so in one program, I mean one epic, this visual pages, can we get multiple account details?
Our system will understand. Whatever you give the first ID, it will take.
So like we are pasting here one ID. So can we paste like 2, 3 IDs? No, not possible.
No, not possible. How it will take? It will not understand.
Hmm. So at a time we can get one account details with all the related details. One
Right.
account.
Right. Only one ID we can pass it. Because there is only space to pass only one ID.
Hmm.
If you even give and, usually in the JavaScript we give the and. If you give the and also, it will take whatever the first ID is there, it will take only by default the first ID. It will not even consider the second ID.
Hmm.
Interview questions. What is Apex? What is Apex output field? And when do we use it? And when do you use it? What is Apex related list? And when do we use it? What is Apex PageBlockTable? And when do we use it? Assignment. Implement a Visualforce page. Implement a Visualforce page. To show lead data. What are the data that we can show? Let's go to the lead. Okay, lead. Company title, mobile fax. Company title, mobile fax information. Implement a Visualforce page to show all related opportunities for account in table format. Third one, implement a Visualforce page to show all the related list in opportunity object. Implement a Visualforce page to display all the account records in table format. Clear? Any questions?
Ma'am, one thing is like related opportunity means opportunity may be linked to the account. So just related list in opportunity means
If you go to the opportunity, what are the open any record? And inside this opportunity, what are the related lists are there? Show all of them: product, open activities, activity history, notes and attachment, contact rules, partner, competitor, stage history. Basically, what are the related list? It has everything shown to them.
So I have one question, like, so when we create these pages, right, Visualforce pages with different formats. So in real time, where do we like exact use? Like, there will be multiple use cases, right? So can you tell me like one scenario, maybe?
Can you
You have
repeat that
used-
question again? Sorry.
No, like this Visualforce pages, right? We
Mhm.
created, when we create Visualforce pages, like in real time, like where we apply this page, like for a standard objects or like for custom objects, or
See, in the real time, it is depending on the scenario. Okay. Mostly we will go with the custom object or custom controller. Most of the scenarios that I have seen using the custom controller, not the standard controller. Right now, we are looking at the standard controller.
yeah.
So standard controller, I have not seen any in the real-time scenario. Instead of standard controller, we use the custom controller. Because there is some business logic which we have to do on top of account record. So we have something called here custom controller.
Okay. So when end client, like end client will access this page using that ID URL or like this
We will
custom
give
page.
a public URL, not ID URL. We will generate a public URL for
So
this
okay,
Visualforce page.
some DNS mapping will
Yeah,
be there. Okay.
yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah. Got it. Yeah. So when customer requires a custom thing, like I will go with this creating pages and
Okay. Fine. If there are no questions, we can wind up here. Somebody was facing the issue, right? Let me stop recording.